Hello everyone, welcome to History Tales. Step into the past and explore the most fascinating moments in history. From ancient civilizations and legendary battles to unsolved mysteries and hidden stories, History Tales brings history to life, like never before. Whether you love thrilling historical events, forgotten legends, or eye-opening documentaries, this is the place for you. Before beginning, please hit the subscribe button so that you never miss out on new videos. Imagine a time when a powerful empire, fueled by greed and ambition, forced a nation into addiction, war, and humiliation. This is the story of the Opium Wars, a dark chapter in history where colonialism, exploitation, and resistance collided. Over the next some moments, we'll uncover how the British Empire's insatiable demand for tea led to the devastation of China, the rise of the global drug trade, and the birth of modern imperialism. Let's dive in. In the early 1800s, China was a self-sufficient empire, rich in culture, silk, and tea. Meanwhile, Britain was in the midst of the Industrial Revolution, hungry for resources and new markets. But there was a problem. China wasn't interested in British goods. Instead, they demanded silver in exchange for their prized tea. This trade imbalance frustrated the British, who needed a way to tip the scales in their favor. Enter opium. Opium, a highly addictive drug, had been used medicinally in China for centuries, but the British saw an opportunity. They began smuggling opium grown in India into China, creating a massive addiction crisis. By the 1830s, millions of Chinese were hooked, and silver was flowing out of China and into British coffers. The Chinese government, alarmed by the social and economic devastation, took action. In 1839, Commissioner Lin Zexu confiscated and destroyed over 20,000 chests of opium in Canton. This act infuriated the British, who saw it as an attack on their trade profits. What followed was the First Opium War, a brutal conflict where Britain's advanced navy and weaponry crushed China's outdated forces. In 1842, the war ended with the Treaty of Nanking. China was forced to cede Hong Kong to Britain, open 5 ports to foreign trade, and pay massive reparations. This marked the beginning of what the Chinese call the Century of Humiliation. But the British weren't done. In 1856, they launched the Second Opium War using a minor incident, the seizure of a British-registered ship, the Arrow, as a pretext. This time, France joined the fight. The war culminated in the sacking of the Summer Palace in Beijing, a symbol of China's imperial grandeur, which was looted and burned to the ground. The Treaty of Tientsin in 1860 further humiliated China. It legalized the opium trade, opened more ports, and allowed Christian missionaries to operate freely. The Qing Dynasty, once a mighty empire, was now at the mercy of foreign powers. The Opium Wars had far-reaching consequences. They exposed the weaknesses of the Qing Dynasty, leading to internal rebellions like the Taiping Rebellion. They also set the stage for further foreign exploitation, as other powers like France, Germany, and Japan carved out their own spheres of influence in China. But the wars also sparked a sense of national awakening. The humiliation fueled movements for reform and revolution, eventually leading to the fall of the Qing Dynasty in 1912 and the rise of modern China. The Opium Wars are a stark reminder of the dark side of colonialism, a time when empires prioritized profit over people, and entire nations were sacrificed for the sake of trade. Today, as we reflect on this history, let's remember the resilience of those who fought against oppression and the lessons we can learn from this tragic chapter. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history.